20 August. This video I'll go over some of the latest tactical setups that I have, and so without further ado, let me go over some of them that I have right now. Again, in my the market review, I went over that I think the risk reward is not necessarily in chasing this market at buying in these levels, but I believe that but that being said, I'm not saying it's a blinding short either. I think the market's actually very strong, and I think at least in the going into the near future will continue to be that way. Even if we get a pull in or so, I think that will definitely be a buying opportunity. But on a tactical side, that's what this is tactical setups. I will go over some tactical stocks, and I think just for the fact that on a risk reward basis, being that even if the market pulls in a little bit, let me use another chart who can show me a little bit more than that one can, but I think that it's a matter of, again, risk reward, what I want to be doing in relation to, hey, if the market pulls in a little bit, it's a week for a day or two, where's the potential going to be? I think this may be something interesting. I played price line on this day, had a nice big up move, and it tried again, kind of just failed, and it's just been leaking lower, lower, lower. So I mean, you can sort of play this two ways. I'm leaning on the short side. I'll take a shot below this 1266, 1265 area. Seems to be like a good 2 to 3 week support level, and if it takes this out, I think puts us back down into this range in here. But so that's where I'm leaning, is shorting below this level. On the other end, you can play it. Hey, you know what? We're in this pretty steep downtrend. If this thing now pops back above it, all right, maybe it's worth a shot to go higher. So I mean, those are the two potentials in price on. What I do like about it, though, at least today, the volatility is really contracted in it, especially after all these moves in here. So it may be overdue for a little more volatility coming back in, whether it's breaking this uptrend or taking out this level here and pressing some of the people who bought up in this level here. So again, I think if I was a buyer up in here the last 2 weeks and this 1265 level, 1266 level breaks, I'm not going to be too happy about that. So that's price line. And another stock, I will be in the other stocks I'm going to be looking at it as a long side, but again, I don't think the risk reward is there. And then this is sort of this pharmaceutical stock that's been kind of in play. And I know I'm not the only one looking at this level, so that's the danger, and that was sort of the danger of the Tesla trade, and probably the BIDU trade is when at least on the TWTR, a lot of people now are looking to chase some momentum, especially in these breakouts, and many times when everyone's either long or looking to get long, it's usually a shakeout. But it may be worth a shot with tight risk controls. GWPH. What else do I have here? CLVS. It's not as good as GWPH because it really has been a laggard. But there's a level here that it's kind of comes back in here, and then it's come right to that resistance. So if it can pop above at some point, I'd like to see the market pull in and maybe get some gas to power higher, and then these setups will look a little more compelling, especially if they hold up well in any type of market pullback. So CLVS, you know, obviously Twitter, I'm sure that this is another one that's obviously widely followed, and you know, so it's just been kind of, you know, a real boring trade here. You know, it kind of came off, but there has been no momentum in this thing to speak of at all, and so in a way it has been somewhat relatively weak compared to the rest of the market. But you never know, they may come, you know, at some point, especially in a well-rotating market, you know, they'll come for everything, and Twitter may be one of those that they will eventually come to when everyone has been buying in here looking for a pop. I mean, I've been one of them too, and it's just been frustrating, and then we just give up on it, and then that's the day this thing will run. But there's definitely a level of 45.5 in Twitter, so that'll be interesting to watch. And in the same vein, Facebook, not as clean, I guess, but the nice thing about this is it's definitely been in a stronger pattern than Twitter, so it's something to look at if it, you know, can get above yesterday's high of 75 and change. Again, it's definitely really got tight volatility contraction, so as far as risk reward, even on a higher time frame, it may not be a bad shot. But again, with the caveat that the market may be a little overextended here, just something to keep an eye out for. You know, the triple D was one that I was looking for today to actually get weak, and it actually got a little strong today. But either way, this could be a you know, if you look at, again, it hasn't had any volatility. It's kind of tight. It's coiling up. So there's, you know, a level to short it at 48, just around the 48 level, and then a level to buy it at just above about 50.5. So either way, you can you know, take your pick as to how you want to potentially trade that, and see if, you know, it'll be able to extend one way or the other on that one. If we take a look at some of the other, you know, this is obviously the stronger 3D printing stock, SSYS. So especially had the pretty good earnings. So fundamentally, it's, you know, a bit stronger. You know, this might be something to play above yesterday's high if they do come for the 3D printers. This is 112ish. Again, I'd like to see them, you know, these things kind of sit here for a little bit, maybe you know, let the market pull in, and then there'd be better buying opportunities there. You know, another one is VJet. That's just been a real dog, though. This thing is really come off a bit, so we're not even gonna talk about that. So I think this is in the energy space, CNX, and I'm a horrible energy trader, so I'm really kind of hesitant on this one. But there's a little level here to short. You know, we had a pretty deep down move here. This could potentially be sort of continuation pattern, and then if we break below this 39, maybe you know, looking for the next leg lower, at least to challenge these lows right here. And that's about it, you know. Again, BIDU has been on my watch list, but it's also doing a heck of a lot of nothing. But at some point, you know, may want to go for these 222s. And it's just something to keep on your watch list. That's all I got right now, so thanks for watching.